Hey loves, it's your girl Bree here and I'm back to y'all with another video. Today I wanted to come to y'all about, if you've seen by the title, about how to prepare properly for your preceptorship. Before I started my preceptorship, I actually was in the ICU, surgical ICU to be exact. And I literally was going through YouTube looking at so many videos on how to prepare, how to be ready, what to do, what questions should I ask, all types of stuff, just to be prepared because I'm an overthinker. So if you're anything like me, stay tuned to the end of this video and you'll feel way more prepared than you were. I'm Bree, first of all, and if you're new to this channel, it's all about beauty vlogs, lifestyle vlogs, and it's a lot of nursing in there because I'm currently on my nursing journey. A little background about me, if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I literally just graduated, well, it's January now, but I just graduated a month ago from an associate's degree program, and I actually just, I don't think I want to talk about that just yet, but I think I'm gonna talk about that in my next video. But long story short, I basically graduated and I completed my preceptorship way before the deadline, and I feel like it's because I was prepared properly and I did everything I was supposed to do. So I'm gonna help you so you could be done in time. And we actually had a hurricane happen in Georgia, in the midst of me trying to do my preceptorship, and to mention I'm married and I have 3 kids. So if I can do it, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. So number 1, arrive early. I think this one is like an obvious one. If it's part of your personality to just show up late places, try to take the initiative and show up early. Whether that's 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early. I'm more of a 20 minutes early type of girl. I was in the Navy for 5 years, so I feel like in a way I'm just structured differently. But 15 to 20 minutes early is what I'm saying, because you want to be there early. And I don't know if you already work in a position, but if you're trying to get a job, you need to look good. So arriving early, it shows the manager, it shows the staff, like you're willing to be there early, and they might offer you a job. So I just feel like, and that shows the preceptor that you're taking this serious, you're not wasting nobody's time. So that's 1. Tip 2, I believe you need to be ready with notebook, notepad, and pen. So I got these off of Amazon. They are like little notebooks. Like, they're just little notebooks, nothing special. Oh, my pages are, I was tearing out my pages, and like literally this is all it gives you, like a little space to write. This is how I took report. I literally, I'm trying to see if I can show you an example. Okay, example, like I put the patient, room number, like different things, dealing with it as I'm taking report. Now, I know some people actually have like the cool note cards or whatever. Nurses normally have like stuff like this, like to annotate, and it's like on the back to help annotate for like your different meds and stuff. It's just, I didn't have access to stuff like that, and I didn't want to use all their resources that they were using for the nurses, and I paid money for these, so I was just using them. But long story short, be prepared. Have a notebook ready for when your nurse gets there, whether she's an early bird or late bird. Talk about those things, especially when you finally meet your preceptor and you get in touch with her. Figure out what her expectations are when you get there, Communication is big on both sides, and especially making the preceptorship work. You getting something out of it and she's getting something out of it. You're actually helping her or him, and he's getting, and you're getting something out of it by getting the knowledge. My brain kind of, I don't know where I went there. But yes, be ready for report, and be actively, like, when you're getting the report, if you got questions to ask, all types of stuff, ask them. This is your moment to be that little baby nurse that don't know what she's doing or he's doing. This is your moment. Take it in, ask the questions. Nobody's judging you. And if they are judging you, who cares? You're new. They were new at one point too. So don't let people make you feel like that. My third one was communicate expectations. I really feel like that is a big one, because I feel like it's so easy when you're new to be like, oh, I kind of want to act like I already know what I'm doing because you did clinicals and stuff. That doesn't mean you know what you're doing. That means you followed a nurse that was doing everything that they needed to do, and some of them ain't doing what they need to do, but that's neither here or there. But this is your moment to communicate your expectations. Only you know what you lack on. Only you know what you're good at. And I felt like in this experience, I knew that I didn't touch like fluids, my brain, y'all, programming, like IV fluids and stuff. I wasn't good at that because I felt like I didn't touch it enough. Now, doing an IV, I knew how to do that. I know how to find a vein, unless your veins are like super tiny, and I just was not that good at it. But it's like stuff like that that is just like, know your weaknesses. Please. I'm not saying go day one and being like, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. Don't ask me to do this, do that. Don't do that. I'm saying when you come up with the situation and you find out like, dang, I don't know how to do this and I'm supposed to do this. Communicate. Don't just go in there like you know how to do something, knowing you don't know how to do it. That is not safe for the patient if you know it's not safe for the patient. And I'm pretty sure in the contract that you have with your school, you can get an unsatisfactory for harming a patient or putting a patient in a position that you knew you didn't know what you was doing, but you going in there like you know what you're doing. So don't do nothing stupid like that. We done made it this far for what? Okay then, yeah, we're better than that. But I will say, I actually have a little story time. I actually stuck myself with a needle, a heparin needle. Well, I was given a heparin injection and I stuck myself with a dirty needle. So everything in me in that moment, which I've given this patient heparin injection several times, but I was trying to close the needle, and after I took it out of him, instead of doing it in one hand motion like I normally do, I gave the injection and I took my other hand to try to close it, and I stuck myself with the dirty needle. And my nurse was right there, and I'm just sitting here like, girl, I done did this or whatever. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I accidentally stuck myself with a dirty needle, and I had to go through all these tests and stuff like that. But I'm saying this to say accidents happen. So in moments that you know where something happened or something could have happened, to avoid it, communicate those things with your preceptor so y'all could be on the same page and y'all can figure out where the disconnect is with the education and what you know and what you don't know and what you need help with, so you can get the education you need to not let certain things happen. So me per se, I feel like my thing that I was lacking in that and why that happened, I was in my head. Like I felt I just was I knew I had so much stuff to do. I had to give my patient, and that patient was on CRT. So that was a 1-to-1. I had so much stuff to do with that one patient that I was just literally in my head and I made a mistake. So, but it didn't hurt the patient, it hurt me. Like, in a way, I had to do testing and all this stuff get done. But I say all that to say, communicate, you know. 5, set goals and expectations for yourself. I know it's kind of hard to even begin and figure out where could you set goals and expectations, because you don't really know how to be a nurse just yet. But give yourself a goal, like, I'm gonna make sure I give all my medication on time, or I'm gonna make sure I get all my charting done before the end of shift. Give yourself direct goals and expectations, but make them actual goals that you can obtain. Don't set goals for yourself that you know that's probably going to be far-fetched and you're not going to be able to do them. Like, oh, I'm going to make sure I'm able to put in 2 catheters today. Now, if your floor is known to have to put in IV catheters, that might be something that you could possibly do. But, or I'm going to in and out 5 patients today. Like, come on now. I'm pretty sure you would love that practice to put in and out catheters, but it might not be an actual goal that you can obtain. Make it something that, especially something that you're not good at, or something that you didn't do as well in the previous shift. So, and my last tip is basically my 6th one. My last tip is be prepared. I don't know about your program, but my program gave us like a whole booklet of paperwork we had to get done, contract that had to be signed between us and our preceptor, paperwork that we had to turn into our instructors, and weekly assignments we had to do after each shift was completed. Be on top of your paperwork. I know you got a test to study for. I know you got all these exams and quizzes and homework assignments you have to do. But if you knock them out as you do it, when it comes down to the end of the semester, it's not going to be a lot to do. Like, I knew a lot of people in my class that literally wait till the last minute to do it, and they were literally like trying to figure out what to do, and if you know what I mean. Like, but me, I'm always on top of my stuff, so I literally made sure I was knocking out stuff and I didn't have to bother my preceptor and come on a day that because I was done with my shifts, or come on a day and be like, hey, I forgot to get you to sign this, can you sign this for me? And now I'm bothering my preceptor and she was done with me, you know? So that's why it's good to be on top of the paperwork. Every time I had an eval that was due, like we had to do a mid-eval, so after because we had 12-hour shifts we had to do. So our 6th shift, we had to do a mid-eval. So when it came, that 5th shift that I did, I'm like, hey, I'm communicating with my preceptor. Hey, we have to do a mid-eval my next shift. So next shift, understand that, you know, you are going to have to evaluate me. That's not micromanaging or anything. This is my education. I can't expect her to be on top of stuff that is for me. You get what I'm saying? Only you gonna take care of you. So for you to be on top of stuff like that, that looks good. Like, oh, okay, she's knocking out all this stuff, so I don't have to worry about it. I just gotta be here to teach her. You get what I'm saying? Help them, help you, help all of us, and you'll be done before you know it. And like I said, I'm married, I have 3 kids, and we had a hurricane happen in my state. So I say all this to say, you can do it. Keep your head up, stay positive while everybody else being negative. Find some motivation, dig deep. It's in you. You didn't make it this far to fail. You can do this. And thank y'all for watching my video to the end. And if you have any questions or any concerns, or anything I didn't say that you have a question, please leave them in the comments below, because it's only so much that I can really remember that I would want to know when I was going through this nursing journey. So if there's any video ideas that you want me to talk about or any questions that you have, I could compile a whole video with just answering questions, or I could just comment below with the answer to the question. But loves, I hope y'all have a great week and be blessed.